collar before. First time out in this particular paddock, you can see the kind of dog she is, and I think she's going to be great. So earlier on, where we brought out little Summer, and we showed you the kind of dog she is. You know, very young, very enjoyable. People say to me many times, what age should they be when to put the collar on? Well, the way I use it, I say when they're big enough to put the collar on their neck. Because some of these dogs here, they've got that kind of fun in them, and we want to be able to just catch their attention. I'm not punishing, I'm not correcting, I'm just actually working with them, communicating with them, and it's just part of a system which helps them to understand how to learn, because that's what we're after. So we're going to bring out little Summer, and I'll show you how to put the collar on, or how I put it on, and we'll see how she gets on. I want you to watch for any difference in body action. You know, I don't want to concern her. I want to know that she's feeling it, but not so much that it worries her. I want her to realize that initially she'll think it's a command, because when I touch her with it, I'll be moving somewhere different. When I touch her with it, she'll be seeing me moving away from her. I hope she'll want to follow. What is it they say? Leaders lead, followers follow. And that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm going to be saying, hey, look at me, I'm going the other way. Hey, look at me, I'm going the other way. I want to do that kind of come-on routine. So I'll be tapping. The moment she looks, I'm moving away. And she may think the tap means, hey, look at me, follow me. So she may think it's a command. In time, she'll realize it's not a command, but it's a communicator, which means a variety of things. But initially, I want her just to accept it, understand it, and feel nothing concerned about it. We'll see what she does. Be interesting. Okay, as I said, this is a little Summer. This is a little girl. If you're going to fit the collar on, remember I'm going to find the lowest level at which to work. Therefore, make sure when you put the collar on, this is out of the way, you don't press any buttons. You don't want to give her a funny feeling while you're putting the collar on. Make sure it's on 0, N. Very important, okay? There goes a cat. So, make sure it's on N, and we're going to spin this unit on, and we're going to try and find the lowest level at which we get a response, okay, from little Summer. We're going to make sure that this is switched on, and many times I'll just check it by putting it on a, yep, that's on, and you'll hear a noise there. We've got a buzzer so that you can actually hear when I'm touching this button. Let's put that out of the way, put it on 0, put it in my pocket, out of the way, and let's see what this little girl does. Here, sweetheart. I've got a flat collar on her. That's my girl. You see, she's quite submissive, really. She's silly, she's excitable, but yet she's submissive. Look how I'm putting it up underneath the ears. All right. I'm putting 2 fingers underneath. I'm going to a hole which is just making it firm. And I'm going to try and tuck the little extra strap back underneath and fold it back, because many times you can get a false reading from her. It touches her ear and you think, oh, she's felt the collar, but she hasn't. It's just something that has in fact touched her ear. And you've got to be able to read your little dog to find out exactly what she is feeling. So notice how high it is. Notice I've put it to the side. Put 2 fingers underneath. That's perfect. That's just right. Okay. Now, as I say, I'm not going to worry too much. I'm not going to put a lot of restrictions on her with what she does. I want her to be relaxed. I want her to feel comfortable, but I want to be able to see when she actually feels this collar. All right? Okay, that's my girl. That's my girl. Okay, I'm going to go to a 1, and on this one I can do a momentary or a continuous. So I'm going to just walk around and tap her on momentary to see whether I feel anything at all. And I'm seeing nothing there, so I'm going to go to continuous 1. in fact, she's calmed down quite a bit. Whether it's because, that's it, yes, I know. And I'm watching her eyes, I'm watching her ears, and I'm watching her body. And when she's like that, she's a little distracted. Remember what I said, if she wants to pee or a poop, she may be very distracted. Nothing happening there as I can see. I'm going to go to a 2. And all I'm going to do first of all is just tap and watch. Now, I saw something there. I don't know if you did, but I did. And that says to me that she's felt a 2. Look what she's doing. She's scratching at it. She's saying, there's a little irritation here. There's a little funny feeling here. I don't know what it is. She's also seen the cat underneath the camera there, which is quite amusing. Come on. There you go. Did you hear it? I just tapped her. It's a big distraction with the cat. And I tapped her a little longer, and she just broke away from that. I didn't call her. I didn't say anything. So that means to me that she's feeling a 2. And okay, so I'm just going to go tap, 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 pull. Okay, she's distracted by the cat, pull. I don't want to go any higher because I don't want to concern her. So I want to help her to understand that if she feels that stimulation, if she feels that sensation, that she should follow me and look for me. So let her go. You're being very quiet now. I'm going to just tap. Good. Very good. I'm not going to correct her for jumping. I'm not going to correct her for anything. I'm just going to let her be free. Notice I tap, tap, got no response, so held it a little bit and just pulled her through on it. One of the things you can't see there as we're doing this is that right underneath the camera is a cat. And the cat she would love to chase, I'm sure. Let's see what happens. Now, notice there, she's feeling it. I'm going to put it on, pull, let go. Look at the body though. Not worried about it, not concerned about it. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Many times I don't give a command. I want the dog to understand the collar means look at me, follow me at this particular stage. With her, because she is a little distracted, I'm helping her. I'm staying at the same level, that 2 that she just feels, but I'm going to help her just with my voice as well. Come on, come on. See what I mean? Watch that again. It's not worrying her, it's more of a, that's a funny feeling. Maybe it's an itchy one. Watch her neck again. Okay? But this time what I'll do is, come on. Good. That's my girl. Come on. Come on. Remember what a sniffer she was earlier on? A real sniffer. Wants to pick up grass, wants to sniff. That can easily distract. Come on. I make no issue of anything. All right? I'm not going to bring my attention to the scratching. I'm not going to bring attention to the fact that she perhaps doesn't come initially. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not getting upset. And one of the things I can do is, come on, come on. Yeah, that's right. Lower my body so she wants to come into me. Still happy. Still enjoying it. No problem whatsoever. But she's beginning to understand what it's about. Mouthing, jumping. I'm not going to worry at this stage. This is an introduction. I don't want to associate anything unpleasant with the collar. I want it to be a pleasant experience, a pleasant introduction. Come on. Good. Boy, that was good. Okay. Yeah. Good. She's not going to do the round robin. I was hoping she might do a little round robin as she did earlier on in the day. Okay. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Very good. And what I'm doing as well here, because it's rather nice, is going back towards the cameraman as a distraction. Now we might be going to do a poop. How do you know? The dog told me. Remember I said they don't always concentrate? I usually, and in fact always, take them out for a pee and a poop first, and many times they don't do it, but once they're working they do. And you've got to recognize when it happens, because if that's on their mind, being obedient isn't. I'll pick that up later. Come on, come on, come on. Good. Very good. Not worried about which side she walks on either. She can walk on either side at the moment. My aim is to get acceptance of the collar. My aim is to get her to understand the communication. Come on. Good. Yes. Very good. Let her go away from you. Come on. Good. Did you notice her body there? As she ran away from me and I tapped her, she went like this. Didn't look worried though. She says, I feel that. And turned around and came straight back. This is the first lesson, and yet she's already doing that. She's recognizing what it means. This is more the girl I know. Come on. Good. And in fact, sometimes at the very early stages, I might even introduce 2 other commands. Let's see if that happens. Come on. Here. Sit. And I'm not going to let her scratch to the sit. Just lift her up into it. That's my girl. Hey. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Okay. Sit. I could almost put her down onto that, couldn't I? All of a sudden she sat, she's getting a little tired, she went into a down. I could have taken an opportunity to put the down in as well, but that's just too much, that's too much. So now we've got a little dog which has probably had enough. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no more. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, while their brain is fresh, while their brain is receptive, and stop before you lose. Stop while you're winning. There on the tapping, she was coming back. There on the tapping, she came up to me with here, and there on a tap, she actually sat and went into a down, I know, but who cares? All of a sudden, I've got a dog now which is different, not crazy running around. And notice how we stopped it when she was crazily running around. Her brain is fresh, her brain is active, her brain is excited, yet it's still getting through, and she's recognizing it as being something pleasant. Not a correction, not a punishment, just to communicate her. Hey, we're having fun, come in, follow me. Hey, we're having fun, come in, sit with me. Hey, we're having fun, let's go off again. It's a different e-collar from perhaps, I hope, the one that you've been thinking about. Is that right, my girl? Hey, that's my girl. Yes, that's very nice. That was very good. I was very proud of you. Okay, let's see what you like this afternoon. Now for me, that was a really nice session. She did everything that I really wanted her to do, which was to understand the collar, accept it, and then begin to respond to it and say, this is okay. As I say, with a lot of them, they do that little scratching. And what you've got to be very careful about with that is that you don't bring attention to it, because otherwise they can do it to, if you like, avoid doing what you want them to do. It takes their mind off it, it distracts them. And with some dogs that does happen, and you can see therefore it's not painful, it's just a little bit of an irritation, a tickle, or something that, give up, you know, something you want to get rid of. But many times if you're doing it also linked to movement, linked to a command, like in our case there it was follow me, come on, follow me, then they forget about it. It just becomes that tap, it just becomes that little touch that says, this is what I want. Notice I took her back to the kennel room, the dog room as we call it, and put her in a crate with the collar on. Usually, except that I wanted to show you, I will put the collar on in the crate, the leash on in the crate, come out and work with the little dogs, and then I'll go back in and I take the collar off and then the leash off. Okay? So in other words, at all times I'm in charge. I don't let them do, hi cat, I don't let them do things wrong because I'm constantly in control. I can do things. I've got a leash on, I've got a collar on. They come out of the crate thinking, oh, I've got a collar on, we're going to have fun. That's what the collar should mean. I've got the collar on, I'm going for a walk, I'm going to have fun training, I'm going to have fun with people, whatever it is. But I've got my collar on, I've got my necklace on. All right? I'm dressed up for the show. And that's exactly what we want. So I put it on before she comes out of the crate with the leash. I put her back and take it off, then take the leash off. Okay? That's very, very important at this particular stage. The other thing is, if you notice, before I come back to talk to you, I put her away. I've got a cat, I've got a cameraman, you will have guests at home, you will have other things happening at home, you'll have children at home. You let her off now, or you bring her here to talk to someone and she does naughty things, and you correct her and you tell her you don't like what she's doing or whatever it is, she will remember that. I want her to go back and lay down and go, gee, that was great, that was fun. I don't know what that feeling was, but we had fun with it. That was nice. I want her to remember and dream the good things that we've just done together. It works. Okay, so this morning we took out a little girl for the first time. We saw the kind of reaction she had, which was a little bit of a scratch, a little bit of flick of the ear, a little bit of flick of the eye, but always happy all the time. I'm going to bring her out for a second time and basically do the same thing. Many times when I'm working with a dog for the first time, it's not till about day 3 that they're off leash. It depends on the dog, it depends on the background, it depends what they understand. But I would think that I'm going to bring her out on the retractable. We'll have a little look and see how she gets on that. I like to then put it onto a long line where the dog drags, and then a short leash, and then I take the leash off. But as I say, usually it's by day 3, day 4, they're off leash and working with me. But this, I just want to emphasize the introduction, and you need to be able to help the dog and avoid it getting into trouble. So that's why I'm using the leash all the time, attached to a flat collar and the e-collar separately. Let's see what she does this afternoon. I want you to realize that you are training every minute of the day. Specifically, when you take them out of the crate. Even in the crate, they're learning. They're learning to be patient. They're learning to get noises around. They're learning to appreciate the world around them, if you like. Even in their crate, they're always learning. They're going to learn specifically what we want and how to react with us when we take them out of that crate. The crate is a nice, secure place for them. I like it. But this is the important thing. It starts now. You go to the crate, you rush, you take things in a hurry, you go through the doors quick and everything else like that, and your little dog will learn it. So let's have a little look at putting the collar on, which I always say, put it on the crate. But let's put the leash on first, then we've got control, then the collar, and then we come out. And one of the most important stages here is the wait command. I like to say to them, wait, which means don't cross that threshold. Don't come out of your crate until I ask you to. Okay? It's different from stay. Stay means freeze. Wait means don't come over a threshold. Hi, darling. Okay. So we've got the collar. Let's switch it on. Got the controller. I'm going to put it down to 0. I've got my leash. She has got a collar on her at the moment. So I'm going to say, wait. Open the door. If she wants to come through, I'm just going to shut it on her nose. Wait. Good girl. That's very good. Wait. I'm just reinforcing it, just so that she does. That's my girl. You're learning very